Slaves, welcome back to Professor Providence. What's going on, my students? This is Professor Providence once again. So tonight in this episode, I'm going to be continuing the How to Attract Abundance series on my channel. So this is on how you can attract abundance faster, part 3. All right. So the first technique on how you can attract abundance in this series is to simply write down the words, I will be abundant. Because what you are saying is you're putting yourself in the vibration and the frequency of abundance. When you say I will, you're going to be tricking your soul and tricking your divine essence in this video game that we call life, that you will become abundant. So you're going to be projecting yourself into the future saying that you will be abundant. That way you're forcing yourself. That way it's free will. You are taking the intention and the major action of becoming abundant with whatever you want to attract in your life. And it could be anything. It could be money. It could be music. It could be food. It could be people. It could be simulations of this simulation we call life. Whatever it is, you just simply put that projection on yourself saying, I will be abundant, because you're going to be wanting to match that vibration of being abundant with whatever it is that you want to do. So just write down those words, I will be abundant. That way your neurons in your brain are going to be matching that energy state, and you're going to be taking the action of what type of abundance that you want to attract in your life. So just simply say those words, I will be abundant. That way it's action based. You're going to be taking action. All right. So that's the first technique. The second technique on how you can attract abundance in your life faster is writing this down, I am abundant. So this is like the next step, right? So when you say I am abundant, what you're doing is you're going to be telling yourself that you are abundance. You are literally the word, like you equal abundance. You can even write this down, I equal abundance. So what this does is the universe is going to be putting you into circumstances in this reality where you will be abundant. So if you want to attract money and be abundant with money, the universe is going to do everything it can to put you in a situation where money is abundant to you. It's going to be putting you with a bunch of people that are rich or are wealthy and have a whole lot of money. Or it's going to be putting you in like a line where saying, hey, how to get money in like 10 days. Or it's going to be putting you in a conversation where people are just talking about money or how they've been making money for their personal businesses. Because the universe sees you as this walking dollar sign on earth. So it's going to be putting you around all the dollar signs. And it doesn't just have to be with people. It can be even in nature, right? You can have ideas on how you can make money through nature by making nature videos. Or you can even write poetry about nature, or you can even talk to the squirrels and they can give you money. And I'm just joking, but like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you just have to say, I am abundant, right? So in this case, I am abundant with money, or it doesn't just have to be money. It could be, I am abundant with food, or I am abundant with clothes, or I am abundant with video games. Just say, I am abundant, because you equal the thing that you're trying to be abundant for. All right, that's the second technique. Now, the third technique, the last technique on how you can attract abundance faster, is to simply receive. So what do I mean by receive? Receiving just means you open up your hand to the universe and you accept what it has to offer you. All right. So if you want to be abundant with food, if there is a meatball sandwich that is presented to you, receive it. Just accept it. Just take the fucking meatball sandwich, because it's going to send a signal to the universe that you are grateful and you are in a state of receiving, right? And you have to be in the right energy state, because sometimes not everybody wants to receive anything, especially when they're in a bad mood. And I can relate to this, but what I'm saying is, if you are in a state of receiving, you just receive that meatball sandwich. And for money, if you are in a state of receiving, the universe will give you a quarter, or it'll give you a penny, or give you a nickel, or give you a conversation where they talk about money. You just have to pay attention. You have to be in a state of receiving. So, for instance, for that money conversation, you could just listen in, or you can get to know you can get to know the people in that conversation. You're receiving it, because receiving comes in many different forms. That way, your expectations are low, and your receiving is high, and you actually receive the fucking blessing. All right? So let me just reiterate. The 3 techniques on how you can attract abundance faster is the first technique is to simply say, I will be abundant. And the second technique is, I am being abundance, like you're being the abundance. And the third technique is to receive, right? Just receive. That way it's more action-based and it's more energy-based. You're receiving it, however the abundance comes into your life. All right? So that's it, my students. This was a nice little quick video on how you can attract abundance faster. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like, share, comment, and subscribe to Professor Providence, emphasis on the professor. And if you would like more universal secrets like this, let me know. All right? And as always, stay tuned with yourselves. Stay tuned with yourselves. Be one with yourselves and love yourselves. Until next communion.